welcome back to another lip balm review. We're doing another one from My Lip Stuff today, and this one is in the flavor Apple Brandy, which I don't think I've ever actually had Apple Brandy. I've definitely had and love regular brandy. For many years it was actually my drink of choice was regular brandy, but I love apples and I quite enjoyed that, so I have a feeling I'm gonna like this. So anyway, into the review. Obviously, format-wise, I almost said packaging-wise. Format-wise, it's a stick, and packaging-wise, it's fairly plain, but this is from their Christmas collection, so it's not just the plain white label. It does have, are they snowflakes? It almost looks like rhinestones, but I think it's snowflakes in the background. I'll turn it so you can see the whole package. Feel free to pause if you want to see any part of it more clearly. But yeah, so that's the packaging. And these are always natural and organic when they're from this brand. This one is limited edition. I'm actually not sure if this one you can get in the regular packaging. This one might be Christmas exclusive, but I'm not 100% positive on that, so feel free to check the site. Could be wrong on that. So, amount of product that you get in this is 0.15 ounces, which is the standard stick amount, and shelf life isn't listed on them, but on average, for organic lip balms, it's a year to 2 years, generally. So, price point on these is where it gets tricky with this brand, because it's a sliding scale depending on how many you buy. And I'm trying to break the seal on this while I talk so I can save time. But, there we go. But, basically, if you buy just one, if it's one of the limited edition labels, it's like $5. If it's one of the regular white background labels, it's $4. And that's like if you buy, I forget if it's 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. And then the next bracket up is like down to $3.50 a pop or $4.50 a pop if it's a special label, and so on and so forth. It depends. They have the chart on the website for how many you need to buy to hit each price point, but yeah, it absolutely depends on how many you buy for what you're gonna pay per tube. So, sturdiness, ooh, I got a whiff of it already, it smells really good. So anyway, sturdiness-wise, let's see. No wiggly turn wheel, yes! You know how I feel about those wiggly turn wheels, so that's always a plus in my book when there's no wiggly turn wheel. The cap, nice satisfying click, stays on nice and tight. It's only a tiny bit bendy, so not worried about it wearing out over time. Nice hard tube. Everything kosher on that front. So, no special features like SPF or medication, so we will move on to that scent. And this is the color of the balm. Just natural balm color, or beeswax color, balm color. But, okay. Ooh. Oh my gosh. They nailed it, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh damn it. This was possibly a questionable buy, because now I want the real thing, but I'm not going to let myself have it, because I'm trying to be good with the drinking, so. But oh my god, that legit does smell like actual, legit, really good brandy, but at the same time, it's absolutely 50-50 between that scent and apples. And they just pulled it off expertly. Wow. Wow. That is impressive. I can't get over that. Oh my god. That's so good. Unfortunately, now I'm craving the real thing, but again, no, I'm gonna be good. I have no excuse at this point, so. Actually, I have every excuse not to, because I tried to for the infected tooth, and it made it puff up worse. So I was like, okay, not doing that again. Alright, duly noted. So, we're gonna try it on. It does have the little divot right in the middle, so it's gonna be weird with the initial swipe or two, but then should be good. I know what this brand generally feels like when they go on, so I'm pretty sure I already know what to expect, but we gotta be fair, we gotta put them all on, so. Yep. Go extra light with this one, guys. A little goes a long way, and it's a very easily melty, glidey type of one, so do not press hard, you will mash it down. See, I've learned the trick with this brand. You use a very light hand when you apply this stuff. Yeah, with the first ones, I kept making the rookie mistake of going as hard as I would with like a chapstick, and oh my gosh, yeah, it never ended well for me. But now, Just use a very light hand, and you don't need very much of this. That's another thing I like about them. They may be pricey, but you don't need to put a lot on. So, ooh, you totally smell it once it's on too. Oh, that's awesome! This, oh my gosh, you know, this may be my favorite one I have ever reviewed from them. Let's see, is there a flavor? I don't think there is. There's never a flavor with this brand. Why do I always kid myself? Or is there? This might be the first one that's ever had it, or my brain just really wants it to be the real thing that badly to where it's going, hey, yeah, it totally does. And I'm like, no, it doesn't, I don't think. I think it's just psychosomatic, since this one you can smell it so distinctly once it's on your lips that it interprets it as having a flavor that's not really there. But I could be wrong. That's what I said about this guy here, and then the more that I wore it, the more aware I became that it actually does have a flavor. A little one, but it has one. But this one, I totally think it is psychosomatic. But as for the thickness, you know, this one's a little thicker than most of my lip stuffs are. I would still... Actually, I was gonna say I'd still put it on the thinner side, but you know, it's actually kind of on the borderline point between thin and medium thickness. So, to be totally fair, that's where that one lies. And actual consistency, it's a really wet, oily type feeling one, but not disagreeable in any way. It's very slippery, obviously. No stickiness here whatsoever, so you could totally wear this on a windy day. Your hair will not get stuck in it. Yeah, actually, this one feels pretty good. Not gonna lie. Yeah, and it's super glossy, shiny, as they always are, because they're pretty much like pure oils if you look at the ingredients, but I really like these, and so far this one, holy crap, I am in love with it. I may be using a lot of this one. That actually might help me behave using this one. That was kind of my line of thought when I bought it was, you know, if I have a craving and I use this instead of going to the real thing, everybody wins. So, you know, there's that, because we all know I am totally transparent with you guys that I have trouble with that. But anyway, let's try the drink test. I'm not sure longevity-wise how long it'll last. That'll probably be its one downfall, because that's generally the thing with this brand, is that for as watery and oily as it is, it does come off easy. But in terms of moisturization, well, going by past experience anyway, they're okay. They're okay. They're not the greatest on the market for actually moisturizing, but just to keep them wet and feel like you have something on them, they're good for that. So depending how badly you need moisture, or if you need like intense treatment, you might be better off with something else, but just for like everyday, day-to-day usage, these are perfectly fine. Actually, if anything, because there's so many oils in this stuff, I would say you might not want to use them every day, because you can clog up the pores right along the vermilion line of your lips and end up with a thing called milia, which are these teeny tiny little dots that'll appear on like the corners of your mouth, and they look like little pimples, and they're kind of horrifying. Yeah, can you tell somebody's speaking from experience who had to go to a doctor over this once? But apparently how this develops is from using lip products that are too rich, and they get stuck in there and have nowhere to go, and a dermatologist has to help, you know, get it out. Not pleasant. So that's why I don't use this this brand on a daily basis anymore like I once did. But yeah, that's the one downside of super, super oily lip balms, is that that is a thing that can happen. And again, I am transparent with you guys, so I have no shame in sharing that story with you, because it's a thing that can happen. It doesn't always happen, but it can. So in case it does, it's good to know what it is, and that it's a fairly easy fix. It's just embarrassing, because it's like, oh my god, what are those? So, yeah, no, that's why I try to change it up with what type of products I review, like on a day-to-day basis. Like, I generally won't do too terribly many organic ones back to back to back without interspersing with synthetics in between. I might do 2 back to back, at very most 3, but I try not to do 3 in a row, because that's where it starts getting iffy if it might cause a problem. But I'm just throwing that out there for you guys. There are certain organic brands that absolutely don't have that product. The more of a creamy consistency they have, the less issue you'll have with that. But the more oily they are, the more danger there is with that. So, good to know. Hopefully I just educated you guys on a thing today. So anyway, yeah, drink test. Still gotta do that because I'm a dumbass already. Got my coffee. Yeah, even on the first sip, I already feel it thinning out. It also tastes really bad with this one, but oh well. If I'm being honest, you know, it's actually holding up a little better than I thought it would. Usually this brand is like gone in one sip, and I'm like, holy crap, what happened? But I feel a thinner spot, but it's not gone. So, you know, maybe they changed up the formula a little bit with the more modern ones, in which case, thank you for that, because that was one big issue I had with this brand, other than the Milia thing that happens if you use them daily. But yeah, I'm actually surprised. So, you know, I'll only dock it half a point for thinning it, but not a full point because it didn't take it off all the way. So, what is my overall rating? Let me think. So there was a half point for the drink test. I think that was like my only complaint. Other than the fact that it's a brand that I don't want to use every single day because of aforementioned issues, but it's not something I should really, you know, rate it down for. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Because I feel like it would be even more perfect if it had a little bit more creaminess to it so that I could use it every day, because that would be very nice if it weren't for that. Okay, so I think I will dock it 1 point for that, which puts it in at an 8.5 out of 10, which is still really good, and I really am in love with the scent of this one. Holy crap. I highly recommend it if you like apples, or if you like brandy, or if you're like me and you like both. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10 is really, really good. And in terms of this brand, it may be my favorite one I have ever reviewed from them. So that is all I have to say on this one. So as usual, if you like this video, click the like button. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Leave comments down below. Any of you guys have this one, let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of it, as well as anything else you feel like leaving me. I will be back with later with a haul, one that I think you guys will enjoy because it's from Lip Smacker. So yeah, anyway, I'll be back later.